take a moment to ask yourself, what would those closest to me actually need from me? When my daughter was young, I didn't know what she needed. And I would ask myself, well, what would I want? And at the time, I had all sorts of imaginings of what I wanted. So I put her in gymnastics and swimming and soccer, volleyball, music, whatever, just a bunch of extracurricular activities. And I thought that that's what she would have wanted. And of course, those things are important. Now, as an adult, what I have discovered is that I didn't know how to provide the foundation of what enables another being to feel accepted enough and wanted and supported, safe, emotionally safe. I have worked for many years to heal that wound when I finally realized, oh my gosh, I was so confident that I was doing the right thing. And yet there was this part that I had no idea that was missing. And so I want you to take a moment to ask yourself, what would those that are closest to me actually need from me? You may ask them. They may actually tell you. That would be fun. That would be a fun experiment. My daughter asked me that maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago. She asked me to tell her what I needed. And I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what I needed. Interestingly, that same night, we watched the movie Mulan, the new version of it. And someone asking me that question and watching the movie Mulan, it suddenly occurred to me what I needed. If you watch the movie Mulan, in that movie, after she returns home, she tells the dad, you can be upset with me. And the dad actually gets in front of her and protects her from what he thought was the empire that was coming back to get his daughter or whatever, punish her, when in reality they were coming to honor her. But in that moment, before he knew that they were coming to honor her, he saw his daughter beyond the expectations of what an entire culture had placed on his daughter. And this was a conflict that he was struggling with for a while. You can tell since she was young that he would encourage her to practice martial arts. It secretly encouraged her. And I'm going off from memory because this was like 4 years ago that this happened when I was with my daughter watching it. But it was so impactful because I realized this is the struggle that we have in humanity. And so much of the stories that are very popular have this nugget of truth and wisdom that once you understand, because you've seen the need in yourself, then you start to see that same archetype being played out in so many different areas of life. So in the moment that he protected her, he offered safety, basically saying, I accept you. I accept you. Of course, he didn't say this to her, but his gesture of standing in front of the empire was basically communicating to his daughter, I see you and I accept you as you are, and I love you. And he saw her, he saw his daughter. And after that movie ended, I realized that's what I want. That's what I've been wanting. I want to be seen for who I am in truth, beyond all of my mistakes, beyond all of my errors, my ignorance, my unskillfulness, what people expect of me. I want to be seen beyond all of those stories to the truth that emanates from me. And that's what every single person wants. Think of it. Is that not what you want? So take time, because you may say, oh, sure, but I also want da 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 da. And yes, of course, there's so many different needs. Of course, I want to also be able to have a healthy meal. Of course, I also want to exercise and connect with other people. Connect with other people. That is the need that our community has that is pretty much in starvation. The need is an atrophy. The satisfaction of the basic need of connection. And so why is it that we can't provide that safety to another being? Let's take a moment and ask yourself that. Why can't I offer that to another being? If that's what I want, I would want to extend that to another being. Why don't I?